Hey everyone, welcome to part two of facial animation. Like I said, we'll be jumping into Maya and I'll be continuing what I started on the iPad and moving it onto Maya now, where I'll be applying some facial expressions. I'll go with two for now and just show you how the facial structure of a character works when you are posing them out. So let's go with, like I said, the angry pose. That's a nice one that I do like. And I'll show you some of the controllers that you want to be moving on to. So this is the Selena rig from Look Rigs. I'll post their link in the description, but you should already know by now because I always use their rigs. We've got the facial expression over here. So how would I animate the first? Okay, how would I animate the face? I would, let's just say we go for an angry pose. She's grumpy, she's not in the mood. So when I move the eyebrows down, I'm squashing the face. So I'm thinking angry, right? Immediately the top half and the bottom half are pushing against one another. So when I push the eyebrows down, I'm going to have to pull this bottom part of the lids up, or I would expect it to, like this. It'll be nice to get a bit of a squint. So let's just try to squash the mouth a little bit. There, not too much. I don't want her upper lips touching her nose. Just a little bit is enough. There. Let's see if we have any puff controls where, she can puff her cheeks out a little bit more at least. Let's see this. Oh, there we go. Cheek puff. So look at that. Naturally, when I push downwards, that force needs to open out. Similar to the little sketch that I did as well. So I'm expecting this to happen. The more I actually push upwards and downwards, this part is starting to come out. That it needs to go somewhere, right? So I'm expecting a bit more of this because that muscle, that energy needs to go somewhere. So it's going sideways because we're being pushed from here and we're being pushed from there. Cool. And with the eyebrows, so I want to get something a bit more like this, something a bit more stronger. In my premium bundles, you guys will get to see me animate a whole facial lip sync animation. Lip sync, I kind of split the facial animation into two parts. One is the posing of the whole face, so it's a grumpy, angry, whatever face. And the second part is the lip sync. Lip sync is like a whole new thing of its own. So that will take a very long time. I would need to do a masterclass for that, but at least this will be able to get you started and start thinking about the face in different ways. And hopefully it will help you improve your blocking of the facial expressions and the actual, you know, somewhat lip sync as well. Because with those facial expressions you learn from me over here, you can apply that to your lip sync as well. But I would need to have a completely different video just for lip sync itself. Cool. So we're getting that, you know, okay, we've brought the eyebrows down. We've done that little curve there. She's looking quite angry. Now, generally what you want to do in the face and the body as well is have a bit of, you don't want everything to be symmetrical. You want to get some asymmetry. And what I mean by that is you don't want both sides looking the same. You want to either raise one eyebrow or drop one eyebrow down. So let's do this. Let's bring this guy down a little bit. Let's put this one up a little bit more. Not too much. You always want to favor one side a little bit more. And even the jaw. Let's do this. Let's swing left a little bit. Not too much. Whoops, that is not looking great. I think maybe I can move the lips, the mouth itself. Yeah, that helps. There. See how it feels like the left side is squashing way more than the right side? I could maybe even be a bit cheeky and pull this up a little bit more or rotate down. So it feels like, nope, let's get the blue controller there, like that. So they're not exactly the same, and one side is opening a little bit more than the other one. She's angry, but there's still some sort of, judge. She looks very judgy, which is fine. maybe I can rotate the mouth a little bit, but be careful when you do rotate, it starts to break the rig a little bit. So now when I look at her face, let me just do this. Now when I look at her face, I'm seeing this, that's going up. This bit, this section feels much more squashed than here, but she's still keeping in character and her kind of angry, judgmental facial expression, which is what we want. And this part is feeling much more squashed because we rotated the mouth this way. But look what's happening. I've got this kind of a line happening through the face because I've moved the jaw this way and I'm squashing this area. Great. But the nose is just straight. That's a very broken, this is a good example to show you guys. Don't just move the mouth without it affecting the nose or the cheeks. Because I've moved the mouth or the bottom of the jaw, screen left, this part will be inflated and this part will be deflated to show where the shift of that squash has gone to. So this is, I was gonna adjust it, but obviously before I get there, to show you, don't just move the mouth over here and have the eyes big over here because there needs to be a purpose. If the mouth is closer to this eye, it would cause some sort of a force around there, causing the squint. There's a reason why this eye is squinted a bit more. So yeah, always keep that in mind. So what I'll do now is I'll just rotate the nose a little bit. And you don't want it to feel super bendy, just enough. So we have this. Yeah, something along those lines. Let me see if I can do that. Okay, so maybe I'll go for something like this for the kind of angry, judgmental look. Let's save this one and go one frame forward. We'll go here. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to zero everything out and just go for something happy. Grab this. Bang. If you hit this button over here, it just zeroes everything out. So now, if you look at screen left, that's my first pose, and then I want to go into this, which I can. Let's do the opposite. Let's go for happy. So now we want to go from super angry and squashed to, or like mouth open, eyebrows up. So a very happy, expressive, pose. So let's raise the eyebrows. Her eyes are really big as it is, super appealing. Let's do this. The moment I change her mouth shape, she looks a little bit sad and worried right now, but don't worry about that. The moment we open the mouth, so we raise the eyebrows, I'm opening the mouth. She looks shocked now, but the mouth corners are really going to help sell that happiness. There we go. See, it's starting to get there. Okay. So which side should we favor? I still want to favor a side. So on the first one, what did we do? We favored the left side. Let's just favor screen right this time. This is to do with appeal in your shot, adding appeal in your posing. Okay, that's that. And I want to do a bit of a rotation there. Come on, move. There we go. So it's not completely in the center. I want to grab her teeth as well. We want to see a little bit of teeth because if you have her very gummy with no teeth, if it looks really weird, you want to make sure that the bottom teeth are showing, or the top teeth, depending on what kind of pose you're doing. For this one, I'm going to go with the bottom teeth because if you're smiling, you want to see the top or the bottom. Too much can be a little bit unappealing. There we go. And I'm not afraid to just like rotate these around as well to just make sure I get something appealing. Just a little bit is enough. And let's see the top one. And get something in there. Just scale this. Okay, let's leave it like that for now. Now I want to try and see if I can get just a lip. These areas can be a little bit tricky, so I would try to get most of the shape done with the actual side side controls and the mouth opening. With those controls, you can get majority of the shape nailed down. Because using these tweakers, you can very easily, you know, I don't want to say destroy the pose, but you can really move away from what you had in mind very quickly. Stylized characters can be a little bit tricky sometimes. You just need to fiddle around and try and find something quite, you know, just try to find and create some nice shapes. And also, my recommendation is once you grab the shape that you like, or you created a mouth shape, you don't have to, when you are doing lip sync or facial expressions, you don't have to keep doing the same thing over and over again. Just save the pose and you should be good to go. Let's try something else. I think she looks a little bit more appealing with the mouth closed because of her. She has quite puffy lips, and with the moment I move them, you know, it creates this unappealing look. Let's do that. I do like this little pinch in her cheek there. It's going to help with when I add a little squint there. The reason why I'm favoring screen right is so I can make this bit a bit more puffy. That puff is creating that. So you don't just put a squint for no reason. It's there because of, you know, that squint that I'm adding there is being pushed because of this screen right mouth corner. So if that's the case and I'm having a bit more of a push there, I want to pull this eyebrow down ever so slightly, rotate up. So she's smiling, but it's a bit more of a heartfelt, genuine smile. Okay, maybe I can just, there we go. It's ever so slightly different to that one. Okay, so over here, is there a puff on the cheeks? I hope not. Cheek puff. Let's pull this in a little bit. The reason why I'm pulling in, don't pull too much, guys, is because the puffiness is happening here, which is absorbing from this side. So if I go, look at this side, it's being dragged there because of my jawline moving that way. Don't do too much. Let's say -5. There's no specific number, but it's just based on, okay, that feels kind of okay-ish. Now we're puffing, doing the opposite thing. That's too much. Let's say 10. Let's go a little bit extreme here. Wow, that's broken. So another thing, I'm looking at it from this angle, great. But if you look from a different angle, that looks very broken. Let's go 5. Yeah, 5 is fine. Seems to be a good number for this character. So there you have it, guys. So I've just posed out the face whilst making everything feel connected. And you can see from here on the left side, let's put the manipulators off. So we've gone from this really suspicious, angry mouth shape and facial expression to this. Two completely expressions, but I really want you to understand and kind of wrap your head around keeping the face connected, the eyebrows to the eyelids, the cheeks, the mouth, the nose. So try to avoid posing the face in isolation. So if you do put a squint or open a certain part of the face, you want to make sure that the muscles around that face are being affected by what's happening, whether it's a squash that you're adding or a stretch. So yeah, hopefully you found that helpful. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe, like, share, and it just shows me you like what you're seeing, and I'll definitely have more stuff. And yeah, stay tuned. I'll have much more stuff for you guys.